The night was thick with cigarette smoke and the low growl of engines outside the Rusted Skull bar, a place where rules were optional and respect had to be earned. A woman walked in, leather jacket, jeans, and eyes that looked like they'd seen too much. No one knew her name and no one cared, until one biker decided to make her the center of attention. He was a brute, 6 feet 4 inches, covered in tattoos, and had that kind of grin that warned trouble was about to start. He slammed his beer down and said, "New face here, huh? What's your story, sweetheart?" She ignored him. That was her first mistake. Laughter echoed around the bar as he stood up, swaggering toward her. The crowd could sense something brewing. The jukebox seemed to quiet down, as if it knew what was coming. Then, without warning, he grabbed her by the arm, and in one reckless move, ripped her shirt. The bar went dead silent. But not because of what he did. It was because of what everyone saw. Right there on her shoulder, bold and unmistakable, was a United States Marine Corps tattoo, worn with pride and precision. Beneath it, a set of numbers, her unit designation. And right next to the tattoo, a small scar, the kind that only came from war. The biker froze. His smirk vanished. Someone from the corner whispered, "She's a Marine." A few men stood up from their seats, uneasy now. This wasn't just some random woman. She was one of them. She looked the biker dead in the eye and said calmly, "You ever rip the uniform off a Marine again, and I'll show you what combat feels like." No one breathed. Even the bartender stood motionless, glass in hand. The biker's hand trembled. He stammered something, then took a shaky step back. The same men who had laughed earlier now looked at him with disgust. She picked up her torn shirt, tied it back up, and turned toward the exit. As she walked out, every single man in that bar stepped aside. No one dared speak. Just before pushing open the door, she said over her shoulder, "Next time you see a woman walk into a bar, remember, she might have worn boots heavier than your pride." The door slammed behind her, and the only sound left was the soft hum of the neon sign. But that wasn't the end. The next night, the Rusted Skull was quieter than usual. The same biker came in, this time alone. No laughter, no crowd, no swagger. He ordered a beer, sat down, and just stared at the door. When the bartender asked what was wrong, he said, "That woman, she looked like someone I saw once overseas. Maybe I owe her more than an apology." Turns out he was an ex-Marine too, discharged after losing his team during a mission gone wrong. The guilt had turned him bitter, angry, until that night reminded him who he used to be. He tracked her down weeks later, not to fight, but to thank her. She didn't say much, just nodded, gave him a firm handshake and said, "Once a Marine, always a Marine." That night changed him. He stopped hanging around bars, started volunteering with veterans, helping those fighting battles no one could see. Sometimes redemption doesn't come with a spotlight. Sometimes it starts with a mistake that reveals what you've lost and who you could still be. If you believe respect is earned, not given, if you believe in second chances, hit that subscribe button, because stories like this deserve to be remembered. And if you've ever worn the uniform or loved someone who did, drop a salute in the comments below. You've earned it.